This book, I've been listening to it the last week.
Is Sanguinius dead yet?
No, God, I wish he was. Fuck. I quite enjoyed part 1. That was a cool read. Part 2, oh my God. You know, like when Harry Potter or Hunger Games or any of those films split the last book into into 2 films, and it's just like padded up the wazoo.
Yeah.
Those are succinct pieces of art compared to how stretched this book is.
Really?
I am like 8 hours in, which is about 40%, and basically everything is still exactly the same as it was at the end of the last book. It is the most repetitive, tedious ball ache of a read that the only reason I've got this far is because I can do it passively while doing other things.
Yeah, fuck me. You fucking shills. This...
Oh, my God. If you fucking love Horus Heresy and you enjoy it, don't let me stop you. You pick up this book and enjoy it. But if you only like some of them, I would absolutely say skip this one. Just read like a one-page summary.
Synopsis and just jump to book 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Holy fucking moly. Yeah, I've stopped. I'm going to read a summary.
Really?
I just can't. I cannot. There's this thing, right, where very, very mild spoilers.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
No, I'm just warning chat.
Sanguinius died.
If you want to know nothing, I guess just, mute us for 5 minutes. But because of all the chaos and madness and carnage and death, the warp and the real world are starting to super blend together.
Okay.
There's basically a mega warp storm going on, and Earth is going to get erupted into a new Eye of Terror kind of situation. And so time and space are going real fucky.
Oh no!
So literally every chapter for the first 4 or 5 hours there's 10 different groups of people that we're following, and it's group 1. They walk around a corner and then they're somewhere else and they're miles away from where they were before, and they're very confused and disorientated, and this is very strange. Then group 2, next chapter. Group 2 have gone through a door and they've come out somewhere weird, and they're very confused and they don't know what's going on. So then next chapter is group 3. They've turned around and now they're in a different place, and it's all very confusing and weird. And it's just the same fucking thing again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and I'm sick of it.
Oh, God.
I'm actually looking forward to the Never Die chapters, which has never happened before.
Wow.
Because at least they understand what's happening and aren't just going, what's happening?
Oh, jeez. Okay. God, and what makes it even better is because if time's being fucky as well, no time could have passed at all.
Yeah. So for one group of people, I don't want to super spoiler it. So there's one person who's trapped in a fucking Groundhog Day, and he's experienced this thing he's experiencing for thousands of years. Whoa. And he's losing his mind, and it's just ah. And then there's another group very nearby who in the same amount of time have had 37 seconds have passed.
Right.
And it's the most intense battle of their lives, and every time we come back to their chapter, 6 more seconds have passed. Wow. And I feel exactly the same way those characters do. I simultaneously feel like I've spent eternity and nothing's happened, but also that nothing has fucking happened and it's only been 5 fucking seconds. And I completely empathize with these characters who are trapped in this endless time loop of nothingness.
So in theory, is that really good or really bad? Right.
Very immersive. That's for sure.
Sounds dog shit.
Oh, here's a fun little game we can play.
Ooh.
Horus, right? He's set up some thrones on his ship.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, the big thrones for me, and the other 4 thrones are for all the people who've come to teleport aboard my ship, and I'm going to turn them to chaos, and they're going to serve me, and it's going to be amazing. And each one of them can personify one of the 4 chaos gods.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the Emperor, Sanguinius, Rogel Dawn, and Constantine Valdor. They've all teleported up to Horus's ship to give him a shiving.
Okay.
Which of the 4 gods would you match each of those 4 characters to, hypothetically? Who do you think would be most easily turned to worship one of those powers?
Okay. Sanguinius, Khorne.
That makes sense, right? He has a secret bloodlust that he represses.
Yeah.
He's scared that if he lets go, he's going to be a bloodthirsty animal.
You awaken that, and that, yeah, Sanguinius is Khorne.
Yeah, I feel like that's a given. That's perfect.
Which one's Constantine Valdor?
He's the custody king.
Oh. God. Well, is he Khorne? I feel like all of them just Khorne. Get the bloodlust out of each of them.
He's very repressed.
Yeah.
Like he's this sort of...
Oh, so is he Slaanesh?
That's what I would have picked.
And then Rogel Dawn as Nurgle.
Yeah, because he's like very resilient and relentless.
Yeah. And sure, Tzeentch because Emperor like magic.
He likes magic, he likes plots and schemes and wizards.
Yeah.
And he's, 10 moves ahead of everyone.
And he is a wizard, and he's a schemer.
Yeah. That's exactly the lineup I would have picked.
Okay.
But no, Tom, you're wrong and an idiot, because obviously Sanguinius is going to be tempted by Nurgle, right?
I guess blood is got diseases.
Yeah.
And so watch out for that.
Yep. So Horus decides he's going to try and seduce Slaanesh with Nurgle. He's going to try and seduce Rogel Dawn with Khorne. And he's going to trick Valdor into Tzeentch. And the Emperor's going to be his fuckboy with Slaanesh.
Wait, what?
Which is just like, what are you talking about? None of those match up at all or make any sense.
Like, I can see Constantine Valdor going to Khorne, maybe. Like, he's trained as an ultimate warrior, but you have to be very reserved. And, like, sometimes, maybe, if you just let go... Because Khorne can also be, like,
martial
honor
prowess
and just being a fucking
yeah,
badass.
it's not all blood for the blood god.
Like,
You could argue any of them for Khorne, I think.
that could work. And maybe Dawn could be Slaanesh. Like, you don't have to be the Bastion. You can fucking have a bit of fun, bud.
Yeah, grow a mustache, man.
Grow a mustache. Get a cool fucking bird sex hat. You can do whatever you like.
No judgment here.
No judgment in Slaanesh land. And
Dawn rhymes with Khorne.
Dawn does rhyme with Khorne. So that makes sense. Wait, is that how it's actually written? Do they want Dawn to go to Khorne?
They do, yeah.
I bet that's literally the logic they came up with. Like, who should they be? Dawn, Khorne.
Great, yep.
It's in the book. Right, how can I turn this into 18 chapters?
It's so frustrating, though. It's like Khorne is trying to tempt him and seduce him, and Rogel Dawn is just very stoic, as you'd expect him to be, and not for a microsecond do you feel like he's even tempted.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? He just sits there going, no,
Nope.
no, I am... I am invincible. I am Terror's shield. You shall not pass. He's just sat there with his arms crossed, being like, "No, you move."
Okay.
And it's just chapter after chapter after chapter of Khorne whispering in his ear, going, "Go on, blood, right?
Go,
You
blood.
like blood,
The
blood.
skulls are pretty rare.
You are blood." And he's just like, "No." Oh.
Well. Yeah, I had no plans to read this,
Yeah.
and I have even less plans to read it now.
Like the first one, I would recommend actually to anyone who likes Warhammer books. I'd say that first one's pretty good, and the second one was just like, I'm not even going to bother finishing listening to it.
See, maybe even Tzeentch could make sense for him. Of do you want to know? You could use the power of knowing the future, having this information. Don't play up the magic side. Play more of the
plots and plans.
And
because he's a planner, right?
Yeah. And your plans can be even better. You harness the power of your enemy. Terror will never fall. You will see all of your enemies' moves 1,000 steps before they do.
Yeah, there's some logic to that.
I feel makes more sense than Khorne.
You do like killing though, don't you? But you do like it.
No. No.
He starts reciting like historical legal documents back to Khorne. He's like, in the first millennium, Middle Ages, they put down the first laws of warfare to make warfare the power of the state and not of the individual.
Oh god, did he bore Khorne? Did he beat Khorne with book rules?
He fucking did. And then in the 16th century, it was formalized in the Treaty of whenever.
Oh god.
Only the sovereign has authority to declare war.
Shit.
That's how not interested he is in that.
Wow.
He's got fucking book ruled.
So, but is this whole thing just meant to make Horus just seem like just a fucking mega dum-dum?
Maybe, because it's working. If that's the plan, it makes him look like a terrible judge of character.
Yeah, that he's got no idea what any of these people would fall for.
Yeah.
If that's like the motive.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because they've done a great job of making Horus look like a fucking idiot the last 2 books. It's pretty astounding. Although Horus's chapters are the best in both books. Because the whole thing is written from the second...
Ben, they could be like first-person accounts of him like just shitting his pants and rolling around. By everything you've told me.
Yeah.
Each chapter of his is a 20-page just him like pooping again and running around being like, oopsie poopsie, Horus pooped his pants. And yeah, that probably would be the best chapter of the book because they sound fucking garbage. Sorry, no. Tell me about how good his chapters are.
It's sort of written... It's written from the second person, which is kind of jarring and weird, because you never read books told from the second person's perspective. But it really does convey quite a good element of how, like, kind of not connected to himself he is.
Okay.
He's sort of semi-lucid while he has visions from the warp, and he's all hopped up on chaos magic.
Ooh.
And he's like, his memory is like, he's got weird, like, space Alzheimer's, where he can't quite remember who everyone is or what's going on.
Okay.
So half the time he's like, where's that guy? The guy who I give my orders to. And he died in, like, book 2.
Oh.
And he's like, fetch me the guy. And everyone's like, he is dead, though. And then he's just like, he just goes crazy and, like, murders some people. Because he's like, stop lying to me, you fools.
Oh, shit.
Follow my orders. And they're like, your orders are impossible and ridiculous.
Oh, bonkers. Okay.
He's sort of losing it, but it's written in quite a compelling and understandable way that it feels really legit how, like, sort of half lucid and confused he is. It's pretty good. I like the Horus bits a lot, but there's 2 of them so far in like 5 minutes each.
Oh, geez. Okay,
There's been 10 minutes of Horus in 8 hours of book.
Ugh.
Because we really need to know about what some random fucking space wolf's up to in a corridor in the Emperor's Palace.
Oh, God, I do.
He gets like a good hour or 2. Fuck me.
Sounds awful.